Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Joni Mitchell.
Home. boxcars are hanging in the yards. Jealous love will make you crazy if you can't find your goodness, 'cause you lost your heart. 'Cause you lost your heart. Watching your hairline recede, my vain darling. Watching your hairline clouds and stars. I'm rocking away in a sleeping car. Jealous lover will make you crazy. Oh, I can't find my goodness now. I lost my heart. The sour grapes. I lost my heart.
Klein. Boti on trumpet. Leisz on pedal steel and guitar. We'll start with a couple of night songs.
like some surrealist invented this 4th of July night ride home. Poor girls and Canada, tractors in the sand. The ukulele man, the fireworks this 4th of July night ride home. I love the man beside me. We love the open road. The phone's still Friday. Far from the overkill, far from the overload. Back in the bar, the band tears down, but I'm here in the headlight beams. The silver power lines playing on this 4th of July night ride home. Come around the curve and the big dark horse, red tail lights on his hide. He's keeping right alongside, rebel stride, 4th of July night ride home. I love the man beside me. We love the open road. The phone's still Friday. Far from the overkill, far from the overload. Once in a while, in a big blue road, there comes a night like this. Like some surrealist invented this 4th of July night ride home. On a night ride home. On a night ride home. On a night ride home. This song takes place at night in Saskatoon, City of Bridges. It was a dark and a stormy night. can hear the crazy cries of love. Every kiss was so sweet and strong. Every touch was totally tender. There's a dream called rumbling along. Sang a lover song while the band, oh, oh, my mind. When that dream comes rolling by, everything walls and folks around, no one else can hear our crazy cries of love. Everything walls, no folks around, no one else can hear crazy cries of love. Everybody's in it for their own game. You can't please them all. There's always somebody calling you down. I do my best, I do good business. There's a lot of people asking for my time. They're trying to get a bit, trying to be a good friend of mine. I was a free man in Paris. I felt I'm better than a liar. Nobody was calling me out for favors. No one's future to decide. You know I move back there tomorrow. Not for the work I've taken on. Stone in the sky, paper machinery behind a popular song. As the wheels down, he takes his baggage off the carousel. He takes the taxi into town. Yellow schools of taxi fishers, Joni not to gang well, caught up at the lights in the fishnet windows of Bloomingdale's, watching those high fashion girls, skinny black models with wavy curls and beauty parlor blondes with good hard eyes, looking for the chic and the fancy to buy. Just colored curls in the street. A helicopter lands on the Pan Am roof like a dragonfly on a tomb, and businessmen in button downs press into conference rooms. Battalions of commodities and sales by the ton, their paper wives and their paper kids, paper the walls to keep their gut reactions hidden. Kitchen, climbing ivy for the bath, where she's lost in house and gardens. He's caught up in chief of staff. He drifts off into the memory of the way she looked in school, with her body oiled and shining the public swimming pool. Shining hair and shining skin, shining as she reeled him in to tell him that she did today just what he could do with Harry's house and Harry's take-home pay. in a blue sky. In search of truth and beauty, my whole life has been illumination, corruption and diving down a big bus behind every shiny little thing. It's like a rolling up the flying in a blue sky.
I'm not going to talk too much tonight because so we can sneak in an extra sound. We've got a time constriction.
I was driving across the burning desert when I spotted 6 jet planes leaving 6 white. They were trails across the bleak terrain, like the hexagram of the heavens, like the strings of this guitar. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. Seasons, if it gets through to you, then your life becomes a travelogue of picture postcard charms. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. Yourself, you never really know. And where some have found their paradise, others just come to harm. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. sky or by the sea. Like me, she had a dream to fly. Like Icarus ascending on those beautiful foolish arms. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. Maybe I've never really loved. I guess that is the truth. I spent my whole life in clouds and I see multitudes. And looking down on everything, I crashed into his arms. Amelia, it was just a false alarm. Still I wish that he was here tonight. It's so hard to obey his sad request of me to currently stay away. So this is how I find the earth as the road leads, cursed and charmed. I tell him, it's just a false alarm. I pulled into the Cactus Tree Motel to shower off the dust, and I slept on the strange pillows of my wanderlust. I dreamed of 747s over geometric farms. Dreams, Amelia, dreams and fossil arms. Sharp love away. It's comfort and melancholy when there's no need to explain. It's just as natural some straight line. Now here's a man and a woman sitting on a rock. They're gonna thaw or freeze. Listen. I think I hear Chris Boti blowing through the snowy trees. I'm forest with travel fever, but I'm so glad to be on my own. Still the slightest touch of a stranger can set up a trembling in my bones. But I know no one's gonna show me everything. We come and go unknown. It's so deep and so superficial. Between the forceps and the storm. Looked at those bandit markers, those tributes to finality, to eternity. Then I looked at myself here, chicken scratching for a piece of immortality. In the church they light the candles, and the rocks roll down like tears. There is the hope and the hopelessness I witnessed all these years. With all the particles of change, I know we're just orbiting around the sun. But it's hard to keep that lofty point of view when I'm always bound and tied to someone. White flags of winter chimneys waving loose against the moon in the mirrors of a modern bank. From the window of my hotel room, traveling in some vehicle, sitting in some cafe, I'm a victor from these many wars until love sucks me back that way. I came on 2 days on your tail. Those 2 bald-headed days in November before the first snowflake sailed. Out on the vast and subtle plains of mystery, the split-tongued spirit talks, noble as a nipple chief, stacking up on old jukebox. He says, snakes along the railroad tracks. He says, eagles in jet trails. He says, coils around feathers and talons on scales. He says, gravel under the belly plates. He says, wind in the wings. He says, big bird dragging his tail in the dust. He says, snake high, fire on the string. I come from open prairie, giving some wisdom and a lot of jive. Last night the ghost of my old ideals reran on Channel 5. And a house so spooky for its evil soul, I nearly broke down and cried, but the split-tongued spirit laughed at me. He said, your serpent cannot be denied. Our serpents love the whiskey bars, they love the romance of the crime. But didn't I see a neon sign, fester on your home child died? And the country road come off the wall, swoop down on the crowd at the bar. Put me at the top of your danger list, just for being so much like you are. You're a coward against the altitude, you're a coward against the flesh. Coward, hot between yes and no, reckless on the line for years, yes. Reckless brazen in the play of your changing traffic lights. Coward, sinking down the hall to another restless night. As we center behind the 8-ball, as we rock between the sheets, as we siphon the colored language of the farms and the streets. We're all about to save America, the home of the brave and the free. We are all hopelessly oppressed cowards, some duality, a reference of multiplicity. Restless for streets and honky-tonks, restless for home and routine, restless for country, safety and her, restless for her likes and reckless me. Restless sleeps like falling rain on the virgin wilderness. It howls like hookers and thieves through boardwalk tenements. Behind my boardwalk door, the eagle and the serpent are at war in me. The eagle fighting for life desire, the serpent for clarity. What strange prizes these battles bring, these hectic joys, these weary blues, puffed up and strutting when I think I win, down and shaking when I think I lose. There are limits up here in this ego, there are boxcars down there on your snake. We're twins of spirit, no matter which was home we take. Or what does it say? We're gonna come up to the eyes of clarity and we'll go down to the beats of fire. There's danger in education, living such a reckless lifestyle. I touched you on the central plains, it was just entertainment with just plain shadow, the train shadow, it was like skin to skin. The serpent talks in spectrums, talks Mother Earth, the Father Sky, talks self-indulgence to self-denial. Man from woman, steals to feathers, you and I. Eagles in the sky, you and I. Snakes in the grass, you and I. You and I.
Christmas song for mothers and daughters. Mothers never let up. This is called Happiness is the Best Facelift.
So numb on Christmas Day I couldn't feel my hands or feet. I shouldn't have come. She made me pay for gleaming with Donald down her street. She put blame on him and shame on me. She made it all seem so tawdry and cheap. Oh, let's be nice, Mama. Open up your gift to know happiness is the best facelift. I mean, after all, she introduced us. Oh, but she regrets that now. Shacked up downtown, making love without license. Same old sacred cow. She said, "Baby, you'll come home to disgrace us." I said, "Why is this joy not allowed?" For God's sakes, a middle-aged mama, and time moves swift, and you know, happiness is the best facelift.
I'm sure it's the same as a political town, you know. Oh, I didn't bring the dulcimer, I didn't bring the piano, sorry about that. This is like in a guitar set tonight. This is a song called Sex Kills.
Waiting for the light, I took a look at his license plate, and it said, just ice. His chest is just ice, governed by greed and lust, just as strong to win what they can, and the weak suffering what they must, and the gas leaks. Oil spills and sex sells everything, and sex kills. Oh, sex kills. Doctor's pills give you brand new wheels, and the pills bury you like an avalanche. Slaughtered half of France. Indian chiefs that hold beliefs know that the balance is undone. Crazy island, you can feel it out in traffic. Everyone hates everyone, and the gas leaks, and the oil spills, and sex sells everything. This time, sex kills. All these jackoffs at the office, the rapists in the pool, oh, and the tragedies in the nurseries, little kids packing guns to school. The outside ozone, these tumors of the skin. It's a hostile sun beating down now on the massive expressway, and the gas leaks, and the oil spills, and sex sells everything. Sex kills.
People seem to be very well informed about the witch hunts, you know, like what the witch hunts were all about. Basically, it was a war between the pharmaceuticalists and the herbalists. Initially, it was to kill off a group of nuns that were giving away free medicine to get rid of that knowledge. Anyway, the tail end of the witch hunt seemed to extend itself into Ireland up into 1972, where women were incarcerated for almost nothing, under the guise of getting wicked women off the streets, prostitutes, bag ladies, unwed mothers. Many an innocent girl was incarcerated to do the nun scrubbing for life, for no greater crime than being attractive and unmarried in small towns. This is the story of the Magdelene Laundries.
27. When they sent me to the sisters for the women looked at me. And as a Jezebel, I knew I was not bound for heaven. I'd be cast in shame into the Magdelene Laundries. Most girls come here pregnant, some by their own fathers. Bridget got that belly by her parish priest. We're trying to get things right, let us know. All of us woe-begotten daughters in the steaming stings of the Magdelene Laundries. Prostitutes and destitutes and tipstresses like me, father women sentenced into dreamless drudgery. Why do they call this heartless place Our Lady of Charity? Charity. These bloodless bags of Jesus, if they had just once glimpsed their room, they would know. And then drop those stones concealed behind their rosaries. They wilt the grass they walk upon, they leech the light out of a room. They like to drive us down the drain at the Magdelene Laundries. She was a cheeky girl, a flirt. They just stuffed her in a hole. Surely, little God, you'd think at least some bells she'll ring. One day I'm gonna die here too, and then they'll plant me in the dirt like some lame bough that never blooms. Come in the spring. Spring. In the spring, not in the spring, not in the spring, not in the spring. Cheerful resignation, heart and humility. That's all it takes. A cheerful person told me nobody's harder hungry than me. How could they be? And nobody's harder hungry than you.
sees blue, she says, tell me something good. You know what happened if I could. Wow, but sometimes a light can be so very hard to find. At least I knew that the way these were like. People don't know how to love. They taste it and toss it. Turn it off and on. Back up for some. Whoa. Sometimes the light can be so very hard to find. At least I know that the weather. But these were not behind. I wish that I know these battles deep in the dark where the spooks of memories rattle. Ghost of the future, phantoms of the past, rattle round in the spoon and the glass. Is it possible to learn how to care and not care? Since love has two faces, hope and despair, and pleasure always seems to turn into fear and find. At least the moon at the window, but these were not the end. Moon at the window, please stay left behind the light. Moon at the window.
hard to hide again. Then start all over and again. I come up hard, but it's okay. Trouble man, don't get in my way. Hey, I've been some places and I seen some faces. I got the connections, they dig my directions. What people say, that's okay, they don't bother me now. I'm ready to make it, don't care about the weather, don't care about the trouble, got myself together. I see the kind of pretension that's all around me. I come up hard. Oh, I'm in the real thing with a couple of gonna be moving, gonna be town. I come up hard, I come up low. There's only three things that's for sure: taxes, debt, and trouble. This will be. This I really know, love it, but I don't know it'll get to me. Got me saying, yeah, yeah. I come apart, but now I'm cool. I've been making sure, laying back the rules. I come up hard, but now I'm fine. I'm checking trouble, and I'm moving down the line. Comes a rainstorm, put your rubbers on your feet. Comes a snowstorm, you can get a little heat. Comes love, nothing can be done. Comes a fire, you know just what to do. Blow a tire, you can patch the inner tube. Comes love, nothing can be done. Don't try hiding, 'cause it isn't any use. 'Cause you'll start sliding when your heart turns on that tube. Comes a heat wave, you can hurry to the shore. Comes a summons, you just hide behind the door. But comes love, nothing can be done. toothache. See your dentist right away. 'Cause love, nothing can be done. Comes the measles, you can quarantine away. Comes a mousey, you can chase them with a broom. Comes love, nothing can be done. That's all, brother. If you've never been in love, that's all, brother. And you know just what I'm speaking of. Comes a nightmare, you can always stay away. Comes depression, you can get another break. Comes love, nothing can be done. No. That's all, folks. This is a slow song, but I'll try and sing as fast as I can. I came upon a child of God walking down the road, and I asked him, where are you going? This is what he told me. He said, I'm going on down to yesterday's farm. I'm gonna join in the rock and roll band. I'm gonna, yeah, back to the land. I'm gonna try and get my soul free. He said we're stardust. Oh, this is the garden. And we gotta get ourselves back to the garden. beside you, I said, I've come here to lose the smile, and I feel like I am a cog in something turning. Maybe it's just the time of year. Maybe it's the time of man, I don't know who I am, but life is for learning. But I know we're stardust, and I think we're golden. And we got to get ourselves back to the garden. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere you looked, there was a song and a celebration. That night I dreamed I saw the bombers up there riding shotgun in the sky. They were turning into butterflies above our nation. We are stardust. We come from billion-year-old carbon. Oh, we're golden. We just got caught up in some devilish bargain. We got to get ourselves somehow